Hey, yeah, what's poppin', gang? All right, man. We are back with another video, man. I appreciate y'all for clicking on the video. This Nicki Minaj and SZA thing is getting out of hand, bro. Fan wars, stan wars, barbs versus I don't even know what they calling SZA's fans. If they call them anything, let me know in the comments. But this is getting crazy, man. We started to cover this yesterday. I'm typically not like on Twitter and kind of listening to the back and forth and everything. And I said in the video yesterday, I wish, and it don't got to be kumbaya. Like I'm not saying that, but like I wish, seeing that there's not like a ton of female artists or rappers or whatever you want to call it, man, just artists in general that don't. It's not a ton of them that are super like mega stars as these women are. I wish they would just, you know what I'm saying, like click up and like do something crazy together and just change the world. But we not getting that, right? We not getting that. We getting beef. And the crazy thing is, I was talking about this a little bit earlier with the company, man, in reference to some of the stuff seeming kind of WWE, and that's not necessarily a bad thing in a sense. It's I'm getting to the point where I can't tell if it's like orchestrated chaos, and then we're gonna see an album or something from Nicki or whatever. Not to say that neither one of these artists need that, but just with everything that we're seeing on the opposite side with a lot of these artists, man, I'm starting to kind of look at it and a little bit closer and see if there's anything there. It may not be. That's just kind of me throwing that out there. But looking at this, man, they have been going back and forth, and apparently after yesterday, after we stopped talking about it yesterday, which was basically jabs going back and forth between them and people calling SZA a liar, and because she's lied about different things, not owning TV, freckles, being allergic to things that I had no idea about because I don't really follow these. I don't really follow this like that. But them calling her a liar, and Nicki Minaj looking like a D1 crash out. I don't know what it is, but it seems to be a lot of people are actually on SZA's side in this in this scenario. Like I've looked at a lot of my comments, and I honestly was expecting the barbs to come out and really defend Nicki Minaj. It didn't really seem that way. Actually, we had a lot of people who claim to be barbs. They say, bro, SZA don't bother nobody. I'm out. I don't rock with this. So let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. But moving along, it seems like there were some features requested and features rejected, bro. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that. So this is basically Nicki Minaj's Twitter posts from yesterday, I believe. Yeah, 22 hours ago. She's here with the O. You know what I'm saying? Rihanna, number one, and Nicki Minaj, number two, are the best-selling Black female artists of all time in the U.S. They are also the most streamed Black women on Spotify and YouTube, which is respectable, man. We definitely don't want to minimize anybody's success. And I think that's in reference to what SZA was talking about yesterday, basically kind of tooting her horn. And she had been tooting her horn for the last couple of days. We'll take a look at her page in reference to diamond records and streams and stuff like that. So we'll talk about that too. Imagine paying for botted streams and then bragging about them as they're being taken away. Do they know what could happen if my certifications were all updated? Some update every second. Others don't care to. But maybe we got to get it done now. Tuesday and throws day and Friday. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like Mizza took the bait, this silly goose. Wasn't she warning about retrograde? Now she been up all day on IG, leaving comments under people's blogs. I'm hollering, y'all, I'm hollering. And to me, when I read stuff like this, it gives me troll. Like we know she was trolling, just trying to get a reaction, just trying to maybe get under her skin. And I don't really know if that happened because on SZA's page, it looks like a couple of those things. A couple of things that she had been responding to and posting have been deleted. At least since today, they've been deleted or they're not there. And if they're not and I just can't find them, please let me know in the comments. But I looked on the page, I didn't see it there. And I think this was something in reference to SZA basically responding to her dropping them 11 I think the tweets that were dropped in 2011 from her about Nicki or about Rihanna, about Beyonce, about Sierra. So some of the things that she had been saying, basically saying, yo, these things have been out there for a long time, y'all not really exposing nothing. So she's saying, yo, you took the bait. And I think a lot of times you got to really just, as much as it's bothering you, you just gotta bite your lip, bite your tongue, and not really say anything, because you're giving them exactly what they wanted. And Nicki won in this scenario, because you can see she is hollering. I guarantee you, she laughing about it for sure. This was crazy too, though. Is that this whole tour or her bro tour? So the caption reads, and I'll blow this up for y'all real quick. The caption reads, "The amount of Kendrick fans leaving every time SZA came on was unreal." And I want to get to this, but the one thing that I have to mention is that was kind of a big piece to what people were saying about Kendrick. Basically saying, bro, ain't nobody there to see you. They here to see SZA. So what is it? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? And I've seen a lot. We covered this GNX tour extensively, and we always saw that in some places there were more Kendrick fans, and some places there were more SZA fans, but it was a pretty mixed crowd, to say the least. So let's go ahead and look at this video, man, real quick, 20 seconds. The amount of Kendrick fans leaving every time SZA came on was unreal. And I mean, I think that's expected on a joint tour. Sometimes you're just not there to see that specific artist, and maybe you're there to see the other artists, man. So I don't really know if that's a true tell. There are a couple of people leaving, but that's neither here nor there. All right, on to the next thing. We ain't gonna talk about Desiree Perez at all. This is wild. Ooh, Rihanna where? Rihanna ignoring SZA as she keeps walking. These be the fake girls who walk, wait. These be the fake girls who talk shit but will run you down for a photo or do shit like this on camera to pretend they're not the hater they really are. I wonder what she was lying about to the interviewer. Man, it's so freeing to really be yourself. I have not seen this. Ultimate. I mean, is she ignoring her? Does she not hear her? It's cringy, but hey, man, shit happens, bro. Shit happens. It's cringy. That's cringy as hell, because it's. And I love SZA, bro. I love SZA. That's a tough look, to say the least. All right, what else we got? SZA used to talk so much about Nicki. What's going on here? You Down Syndrome looking. Whoa. Nicki needs to stop with this alter ego BS. She looked like a dumbass clown. Oh my God. I didn't mean to read that. Oh my God.
Like, I covered them because they didn't, big head, big hair. I have a lot more freckles. For a while, like, I covered them because I wasn't born with them. Like, they developed through like high school, and then I was already being teased for other shit, and I didn't want another reason for them to tease me, so I would just like cover them up. Now it is what it is. Big head, big hair. I have a lot more.
All right, man. Look, it is funny, bro. It's harmless though. It's funny though. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is funny. Like it is funny, bro. It's fun. It's harmless. It's not that big of a deal. Y'all can't be trolling up for that though. Come on, bro. It's harmless. Calling someone a clown while drawing freckles on your face and telling them, see, they were real. It's harmless, bro. Chill. Y'all better stop playing with SZA, man. pretending that was your hair. Wait, who really the clown? Was Frecklina not the one, or one of your alter egos, SZA? Ain't Kung Fu Kenny, and after ego SZA. Bro, the way she writes sometimes it be throwing me off, man. I can't really. I'm laughing and reading at the same time. It's crazy. All right, so that seems to be kind of like where that ends. There's a lot of other stuff here about this Desiree and Jay-Z. It seemed like she really added with a lot of people. But in response to what SZA is saying, right? SZA saying something like, you're really mad at me for something else. Like, you're really upset at me for something else. And like I said, man, let me refresh this again while we live just so y'all can see. I'm looking here. I don't see the posts that she made, but I did find them here, right? I did find them here. So in response to this, right, these be the fake girls who talk but will run you down for a photo. That video that we watched basically were her trying to chase down SZA. Not necessarily in response to that, but just kind of to sum up why Nicki is probably having the kind of interaction and the kind of blowout that she's having, especially after Punch went ahead and just dropped a very, 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 very simple post about broken Barbies. Had nothing to do with Nicki. I still think it was one of them knee-jerk reactions. I don't think that they had anything to do with that, and I really think that this back and forth and beef is all just a real misunderstanding. So SZA response. I think Punch told Lauren LaRosa basically from the Breakfast Club that Nicki had requested a feature, and I don't know if it was declined or if it just never came out. But let's go ahead and get into it. Nicki, you absolutely know my music and what I contribute, because you've asked for features twice to no response. Now, I could see how you could be upset by it, but here's the thing. On Nicki's behalf, right? I don't know if I would be going as hard as I'm going at this person, knowing that there's receipts. Now, she has to come out and deny this or come out and say that it's doctored, it's photoshopped, it's whatever. You can say whatever you want to say nowadays, right? You could say that and people will run with that. But you can't really go this hard and then have this in the back pocket where it's like, oh, now it looks like you're just salty because she didn't want to do the song with you. In addition to rapping my lyrics on Feeling Myself, cooking up the bass looking like a kilo, LOL, you're having a moment. I'm not sure why, but be blessed. It's the kindness, right? It's the kindness for me that kind of like throws it off, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at this here. Hey, it's Nicki Minaj. Yeah, how are you? Super. It definitely gives me Nicki vibes for sure. This is definitely how she would speak in a conversation. I'm good money. What's popping? And congrats are in order. Thank you. It's SZA recording. Wait, thank you. Is SZA recording right now? Got this hook. I think she would be dope on. Yeah, she heavy into her album. Okay, so this is to Punch. This isn't to her. This isn't to her specifically. I believe this is to Punch. Yeah, she heavy into her album. Send it. Okay, just send the hook first. If she with it, I'll send the files to an email. Give me a second. Bet. Okay. And then this looks like this is the file down here. I can't really see what it is down there. So it looks like basically she reached out to try to get a feature, and for whatever reason, it didn't necessarily go as planned. Maybe they didn't like the song. Maybe maybe the timing didn't work out right. For whatever reason, I think these things happen all the time. And for anybody to get really like upset about it, I think is a little, you got to kind of look at yourself. Maybe try again. If it don't work, then hey man, it just wasn't meant to be. But let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments. I listen, it's all alleged at this point. Shout out to my dog DeVille. It's all alleged at this point. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it seems like somebody may be a little upset, maybe a little bitter, maybe a little salty, because the feature was not done. right? So y'all can let me know how y'all feel about that. Listen, it's all love on both sides. I ain't got no dog in the fight. Barbs don't get in here and be going crazy, man. SZA fans, I love y'all too. I do think it's funny as hell that she was lying about freckles and all that. I think it's hilarious, but I definitely think it's harmless, man. So let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Hit that like button, sub to the channel. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.